The following presentation is for mature audiences only.
Who are you?
He's a fine man.
All hell is broken loose.
He's a great broadcaster.
He's a very powerful guy.
Absolutely brilliant.
Feared by men, adored by women.
He's a smart boy.
It's patriotic.
It's no big deal.
It's the end of the world.
I might as well tell you now. He's a monkey.
And how you doing, rockers and cockers? Welcome in to another edition of The Wyldeside with Eric Clark. I am your host, Eric Clark, saying thank you for taking time out of your busy day to hang out with us on the east side of Nashville. Make sure you are subscribed to the YouTube channel, hit that notification button, smash the like button, but most importantly, when you're done watching the video, engage in the comment section. One of the most common comments I get in the comment section is, man, you should have more subscribers. Well, that's up to you and YouTube. YouTube needs engagement to put me in their algorithm. That means you need to drop down in the comment section, and if not anything else, throw me some horns down in the comment section. Yes, fill me in. You can write whatever you want, but if not anything else, just leave me some horns or hog life, whatever it is, down in the comment section. That engagement will help put me in the YouTube algorithm, and we can finally get to that 30,000 subscriber that I've been trying to get to. So again, make sure you're engaging in the video. Along with all of our other social media, everything is linked down in the description below. If you have a band, song, or a video that you'd like me to make a video on, head over to Discord. It is your one-stop shop for all things Wyldeside. Left-hand side, YouTube reaction requests. Read the pinned message, drop a link or brief description. I will get to it when I can. Today is a little different. It is Tuesday, so we're kind of going to do a two for Tuesday, as we used to say in rock radio. It's a 2 for Tuesday. Double shots all day long. Well, I'm not doing all day long. Maybe I'll start doing this on the reg. I don't know. But it is a 2 for Tuesday. Same artist, two people requesting two different tracks. So we're going to go ahead and knock them out in one fell swoop. First up, it is Marvelous Artsy. Said, hey, dude, you got to check out the new track, one of the latest tracks from TomMacDonald. And then Rich Neath jumped in and said, hey, bro, you got to check out this other TomMacDonald track. So today it is a TomMacDonald 2 for Tuesday here on the Wyldeside. First up, as suggested by Marvelous Artsy, we're going to check out the track Heroes. And what we're going to do is I'm going to watch the video through, then I'm going to comment on it, and then we'll watch the next video for Rich. So first up, suggested by Marvelous Artsy, this is TomMacDonald with Heroes. It is not a David Bowie cover, just so you know. It is Heroes on the Wyldeside. Let's check it out.
There's too many songs about diamond teeth and gold chains. Too many rappers who still glorify gangs. There's way too many rhymes about codeine and women we'd like to bang. I just wanted to make a song to say thanks. Thank you to the cops who really trying to make the world a better place, risking their lives to keep a man they never even met safe. They ain't trying to kill your kids or lock their father away. They got families who need food on their plates. And thank you to the firefighters. Whenever I hear sirens, I pray. It takes a special kind of man to run toward all the flames. When we see smoke and we need help, the fire can't be contained. They running in while everybody runs away. And thank you to the soldiers fighting for us, flying way overseas. Ain't never met you, but I love you cause you're dying for me. I'm enjoying my freedom and I know freedom ain't free. When the anthem plays, I don't take a knee. And thank you to the truckers, the janitors, and the average people. The ones holding the jobs that will damage your ego. The ones who do the most and in return they get zero. Screw what anyone says, y'all are heroes. Everyday people, they know who they are. They aren't superstars and they don't fight evil. They gotta do the hours with no superpowers. Everyday people don't always save the world. They don't get the girl, but y'all are heroes. Too many songs about Xanax and faces covered with tattoos. And way too many asses on camera with rap dudes. Too much Gucci, Louis, Prada clothing trying to brand you. I just want to make a song to say thank you. Thank you to the paramedics coming at high speed in an ambulance, trying to get someone to breathe at the scene of an accident. Covered in a stranger's blood and trying to bring them back again. Their stress levels always at a maximum. Thank you to the carpenters, mechanics, and the welders and plumbers. Y'all are building all the roofs that we're under. Swinging hammers in the pouring rain, the snow in the summer. I hope you know that I appreciate your struggle. Thank you to the nurses and doctors fighting for everyone's lives. Y'all don't always find a cure, but I believe that you tried. The guilt of seeing someone who you tried to save die. Don't let it haunt you, y'all bought them some time. And thank you to the priests and the pastors and the grocery store clerks. The ones who don't get thanked or paid enough for their work. Probably feel disrespected and I'm sure that it hurts. But let me tell you, y'all are heroes for sure. Everyday people, they know who they are. They aren't superstars and they don't fight evil. They gotta do the no superpowers. Everyday people don't always save the world. They don't get the girl, but y'all are heroes. Heroes. You don't need a mask and a cape. Don't lose sleep wondering if humanity's safe. Whoa, whoa. And you don't gotta fly to the moon. Don't need x-ray sight to see the hero in you. Whoa, whoa. Everyday people, they know who they are. They aren't superstars and they don't fight evil. They gotta do the hours with no superpowers. Everyday people don't always save the world. They don't get the girl, but y'all are heroes.
You know, one of the things I really dig about Tom, and I want to talk about something musically before we get into the meat of the track, that is Heroes, TomMacDonald. One of the things I really like about Tom is the atmosphere that he creates with music. A lot of times, especially in rap music, you're going to get this dominance of beat. You know, the beat's important. You got to have the beat. I made the beat. That's my beat. I sampled the beat. It's all about the beat, all right? But that doesn't mean that the beat is creating an atmosphere. Tom's really good at creating an atmosphere with the music. The music is there. It exists. It's in the space. It's occupying your brain. It is. You hear it, and it's almost like you hear it, but you don't notice it. If that makes any sense. And yet, the importance of that atmospheric sound underneath what he's saying and the way he delivers it creates this overall aura of importance, and it's really effective. It's very. I've talked about this before in Tom's previous videos about how good he is at using music for atmosphere, not for compensation. You know, he's not trying to be a musician, if that makes sense. He's not trying to create new beats. He's not trying to sample Michael McDonald, which everybody has done. He just really knows how to take what he's written as his rap, as his bars, and then surround that with exactly the right amount of audio. And the audio that he's choosing is spot on. So it's helping create. It's so effective, yet it's very minimal. So he's getting maximum effect from a minimal input source. And it's just amazing how creative that is, because I'm not a musician. I don't sing. I can't read music. I don't understand any of it, really, as far as putting it together goes. So it's really cool how something simplicity, you know, we always talk about keep it simple, stupid. I'm not calling Tom stupid. That's not what I'm saying. It's an idiom. Please don't make me have to explain these things. I'm getting really tired of having to explain common sense to people. It's very frustrating. Very frustrating. So he's getting the most out of the least, and it's creating this overwhelming atmosphere in his song. So let's talk about the song in general. A couple of things I wrote down. When I was a kid, two things I want to say real quick before I get into this other stuff. When I was a kid, my late father, who we recently buried, it's amazing how many lessons you don't listen to, and yet later in life you start to understand what the old man was trying to say. It's crazy. When I was a kid, when I was a wee lad, I was playing with my friends in the yard or something. I was outside with my friends, and my dad was out there doing dad stuff, and he overheard me call one of my friends out, something like, your dad's nothing but a garbage man, you know, your dad's a trash man, or something like that. So my dad came over and he said, hey, who's your hero? And I said, who's my hero? I said, yeah, who's your hero? And I said at the time, Nolan Ryan was my hero. You know, Ryan Express, 7 no-hitters, mile of strikeouts, Nolan Ryan's my hero. And all my dad said was, the Houston Astros can go a week without Nolan Ryan. Try going a week without the garbage man. Prioritize your heroes. That was the lesson that day. Prioritize your heroes. There are people that matter. And there are people that matter only to those people that they affect, if that makes any sense. A few years ago, I had to get a new AC unit put in my house. And the guy putting in the unit recognized me. So, oh, yeah, you're Jake Wiles. Yeah, I'm Jake Wiles. Oh, man, I loved you over at 1029 The Buzz, blah, blah, blah. You know, he starts basically talking about my career here in Nashville. And I was like, oh, thanks. He grew up listening to rock radio. And he was just going on and on about how cool it was and how all this other stuff. And I said, hey, man, let me tell you something. If your AC unit goes out, you're not calling the request line, bro. I told him, you serve a far greater purpose to this world, to mankind, than I do as the local radio personality. This local radio fame that I had. I'm a jangly set of keys to an angry toddler, bro. Like, you actually serve a purpose. And I've always tried to relay that to my coworkers, the people in my industry, who sometimes I find them getting a little uppity, if you will. And I have to remind them, you don't serve a purpose, bro. We should be coming in here every day high-fiving each other for the job that we do. We serve no purpose. None of our equipment is hooked up to life support systems, right? Like, we're a distraction. We're entertainers, man. We're not the important people that make the world go round, is what I'm telling you. You can live without the DJ. You can live without the actor and the actress. You can live without these celebrities. You really can, but you can't live without your truck drivers, your welders, your carpenters, your electricians. My stepfather was an electrical contractor. Let me tell you something. You don't think about those guys until a hurricane comes through. When a hurricane comes through, nobody's calling the local news reporters to come help. Nobody's calling TomMacDonald to come get power back on in their neighborhood. So, yeah, man, I think that we as a culture, and he mentioned it at the beginning, thug life. I call it thug life. This, ghetto fabulous, hood rich, gangster kind of vibe that I've experienced my whole life, and I've watched it my entire. I'm 55 years old. I've seen the rise and fall of thug life. And I have to ask you, and I've asked people this a lot, what has it done for you? What has thug life done for the black community? Nothing. It's damaged it more than I have. So, yeah, man, we worship, we have a weird hero worship here in the United States. And I think in the Western civilized world in general, we have a strange hero worship. Trent Reznor did a song on the Downward Spiral, I believe, called Star Effer. And people didn't hear it. People didn't listen. About how we worship the wrong celebrities. We worship the wrong heroes. We pay homage and tribute to the distraction and not to the infrastructure. And that comes to my final point before we move on to the Two for Tuesday. So as a veteran, let me say this real quick. I do not speak for all veterans. I'm only speaking for myself when I say this. But it's surprising how many other veterans I've spoken to who are like, yeah, dude, I totally know what you mean. Okay, I'm going to try to explain this, and I need you to please listen closely to what I'm getting ready to say. First and foremost, again, because I have to explain myself to everyone all the time, this isn't about you. I'm not saying this personally to you, so do not take offense to what I'm getting ready to say. I'm trying to explain something here. Coming from the mindset of only someone who has served in the military and here's welcome, thank you for your service, okay? That's what I'm coming from here. This isn't about you. When you say thank you for your service to an individual veteran, to me, I feel awkward. This isn't negative, okay? This isn't a negative thing. This isn't me angry or hurt. No. I feel undeserving. Here's why. From the first day that you are wearing a uniform, from the first day, you are taught you're nothing without these brothers and sisters next to you. Nothing I have on my uniform was given to me by the U.S. Army. I was awarded those things by the people with whom I served. They thought I was deserving of those achievements. Same thing with schools and patches and wings and things like that. I was just worthy enough to be awarded that by another soldier. That's it. And all that patch, all these things on my uniform have ever meant is it can be done. Doesn't make me special. It just means I did it. That's it. We wear our resume. But we're taught from the first day, you are not alone. You win together, you fail together. That's that. You are not alone. You have a team. You have to think like a team. You cannot think like an individual. So when people say thank you for your service, I feel awkward because I feel like I need to pick up my phone and call all my friends and get them on speaker and be like, hey, man, hold on. Somebody wants to say something, right? It's not that I think you're not being sincere. It's not that, I'm tired of hearing it. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I feel a little undeserving and a little awkward to be told thank you for your service. So I've started to say back to people, thank you for paying your taxes. Because if you didn't pay your taxes and be a good American, we wouldn't be the best military in the world that survives on the lowest bidded builder. Anyway, so I try to show the same respect back. Hey, thank you for your service. Hey, thank you for paying your taxes, dude. But a serious question would be, okay, cool. That's cool that you mean that. And here's a little bit of bitterness coming through. It's cool that you mean that. Thank you for your service and all that. Did you make it count? That's all I want to ask you as an American. That's cool that you appreciate what I did. Now, the question I have for you is, did you make it count? When you get up every day as an American and go out there and do your job as a carpenter, as a driver, as whatever it is you do you make that sacrifice count? I can't judge that. That's up to you. Do you feel like you have earned your place? I've earned my place according to you. So make it count. Thank me for my service by making my service count. That's it. That's all. We don't serve Republicans, Democrats, right, left. We serve the United States. It's all of you. So make it count. That's all I wanted to say. All right. So thank you, Marvelous Artsy. That is Heroes by TomMacDonald. Again, you can go a week without Nolan Ryan. Can't go a week without the garbage man. So thank you very much for that, Marvelous Artsy. TomMacDonald with yet another impactful track. So because it's 2 for Tuesday, Rich jumped into the DMs. Rich Neath jumped into the DMs on Sunday, the 14th, if you know what happened on the 13th, and said, hey, man, check this out. So part 2 of our 2 for Tuesday reaction, TomMacDonald on the Sunday after the attempted unaliving of a former president, TomMacDonald drops this one. So we are back. We are still with TomMacDonald. This is a track that a lot of people have covered. This is the first one for me, and yes, I purposely waited. It's called You Missed. Let's check it out.
They burning the country down with their progressiveness. It started with changing what gender is, then graduated to you're racist if you think that your life matters and your skin don't have melanin. They don't want peace, they want skeletons. They want men to pretend that they're feminine. They don't want an election, they got so offended by freedom that they just try killing the president. I used to think that the woke were misguided, but now I can see that they're evil. Twitter is angry that Trump isn't dead. You know who got shot? Innocent people. Thought y'all were tolerant, thought we were equals. I thought you valued how everyone feels. Then why are y'all celebrating an attempted assassination like you're part of Antifa? Thank God the left can't aim. Thank God the right don't riot. Welcome to the home of the brave. Freedom ain't afraid of violence. You wish you was dying? Bitch, you missed. Thank God the left can't aim. Why can't we just shoot straight? Y'all are going insane. Bitch, you missed. There's no one else you can blame. Tried to lock him up in a cage. Now you trying to kill what you hate. Bitch, you missed. Told us trust the science, but it never made sense to me. Why would we put all our trust in the enemy? Millions of people are hooked on amphetamines. They're making billions on untested remedies. Borders are open to people with felonies. Biden can't stop them, he don't have the energy. Y'all wanna kill the man trying to fight for a better tomorrow by making him Kennedy? I tried to give y'all a chance, like maybe the left isn't nuts. I was wrong, cause y'all are exactly as crazy as every conservative person I know said you were all along. Wanna protest? Go hard. Wanna burn sights go off, but y'all are so triggered that you're pulling triggers at presidents. Y'all the terrorists when you're armed. Thank God the left can't aim. Thank God the right don't riot. Welcome to the home of the brave. Freedom ain't afraid of violence. You wish you was dying? Bitch, you missed. Thank God the left can't aim. Why can't we just shoot straight? Y'all are going insane. Bitch, you missed. There's no one else you can blame. Tried to lock him up in a cage. Now you trying to kill what you hate. Bitch, you missed.
All right, that is TomMacDonald. You missed, as suggested by Rich Neath over on the Discord server on our 2 for Tuesday, our double shot of TomMacDonald. I know I said double shot, and this video just played, so I get that. If you, like Marvelous Artsy and Rich, have a song for me you want me to check out or a double shot, head over to the Discord server. Left-hand side, YouTube reaction requests, read the pinned message, drop a link, a brief description. Excuse me, I will get to it when I can. I have to stop drinking carbonated beverage when I do these. Okay, so obviously you got the double meaning here. Why can't we just shoot straight? Okay, couple things I want to say real quick. TomMacDonald, You Missed is the name of the track. If you watch my live streams and you watch these videos enough, you will know that I eschew politics and religion. I stay away from them because they are all uniquely perspective ideas. So I try to stay away from that which is divisive. You can't escape it now. You can't escape the division now. So just a couple things I want to say real quick. I don't believe in media. I believe that the 24-hour news cycle has really, really infected our culture and how we deal with each other. Every time I would come home, I would see how we treat each other get worse and worse. And then I would start questioning, what the hell am I defending here? How you people are talking to each other like that. I believe that as citizens of this country, United States of America, we are, for the most part, stay with me here, the blob in a lava lamp. It ebbs and flows, it grows. Sometimes there's more of this, sometimes there's more of that. I think each individual in this nation is like that as well. We hold differing opinions on the same topic. We change our mind on certain topics as we grow and our lives change. The guys who wrote these documents knew what they were doing, far more than we do. They're a lot smarter than most of you. They really were, because they had a different world in which they were working, and they had a crystal ball. And they sat down and said, here's how we solve the crystal ball. Compromise to equality. That's how we're supposed to be. This lava lamp, me and you are supposed to go in a room, and we're supposed to come out each getting what we want. The government is one, not two. And the media has done a great job of dividing them and saying right versus left. It's not. That's not how government works. It's not how it works at all. That's how they've created this system, but that's not how it's supposed to work. When Mitch McConnell gets up and says, we would have done this if these guys weren't, and Chuck Schumer, well, we would have done this if you both failed. You're supposed to work together. You're supposed to compromise. But you play these games to keep yourselves elected, because if politicians did their jobs correctly, you wouldn't ever vote for them again. Pharmaceutical companies did their job, they'd be out of business. You see where we're going here? And then you take the media and put it on top of that, and it creates this environment that Tom's singing about here, that he's talking about. Because the media does not go to the airport to report on planes landing safely. There's an idiom in the media world of journalism. It's called, if it bleeds, it leads. They don't care. The media doesn't care. They want mayhem. They have to stir up as much mayhem as possible. No matter what channel you put it on. Sky's falling, Chicken Little running in a circle. Go outside, touch grass. How many times do you have to see that whatever the media created never comes true? Whether it's climate change, whether it's white supremacy, whether it's Donald Trump starting World War III, it never comes true. I actually worked with a guy, hardcore lefty, hardcore. I'm talking, bro, this dude was, every sticker you could think of was on the back of his Subaru, right? When Biden was elected, this is just one story. When Biden was elected, he actually said to me, you know, man, I'm going to be honest with you, man. When Trump got elected, I was really like, wow, this guy's going to, I was listening, this guy's going to destroy the world. And then after 4 years, you're like, He really didn't do any of the things that they said he was going to do. So it's all fear-mongering. It's all fear-mongering. If you kept the news channel to 30 minutes a day, we wouldn't be in the situation we're in. But they have to divide us, and it's up to us to remember that and stay with that lava lamp. Stay. Hey, man, I know neighbors. I have friends. I know people like this. That's all the craziness. On the extremes of both sides of the aisle. Again, there's not sides. That's what I've been trying to get through to people. There are no sides, bro. There are no sides to the United States. What's the first word in the title of our country? There are no sides in the United States. Do you understand that? No, you don't, because you've been brainwashed by social media and a 24-hour news cycle into believing that it's me versus you, and it's not. We are united, and we're supposed to follow these rules to get everything we want and be the most prosperous nation in the world. Those idiots up there and the talking heads on TV are standing there with gas cans and torches, bro. And if you cannot, let me just say this real quick, then I'll wrap up. I'm starting to lose my voice. I don't care which way you lean. I firmly believe that as a conservative, I also have liberal leanings. I believe as liberals, a lot of people have conservative leanings. I believe we share more than we differ. That's what I'm trying to say. But if you can't step back recently, especially after what happened in Butler, Pennsylvania, if you can't step back and look around and say, I think we've gone a little far. I think we, the people, have allowed this to get a little out of hand. We've allowed the media to stoke these flames. We've allowed the politicians to play the divisive games. We have allowed that because this is ours. So I think we need to just collectively take a breath and go, okay, dude, enough. Enough. And the only way to do that is vote. So get out there and vote and make sure that you're getting your voice heard. But just remember, every valid reason you have to believe what you have, I have to believe what I have. He has what he believes he has. So does she. We're supposed to get together. We're supposed to be that blob. Let the freaks break off, right? Let the freaks break off. We are supposed to be that blob, and we're supposed to come together. Stop listening to that noise. It's all noise. It's all craziness. So anyway, if you can't step back and say, yeah, man, we may have crossed the Rubicon here with the political discourse. If you can't step away and say that honestly, then you're part of it. I'm not saying you're part of the problem. What I'm saying, you're caught up in it. You're caught up in the identity politics, the virtue signaling, things like that. So, but anyone with any logic, reason, and maturity should be able to step back and go, okay, dude, enough. Enough, man. Enough with these high school, middle school drama. Everything's on fire. Everything is the worst. Everybody's the worst. If you can't admit that we've gone a little too far with that, then you're part of it. So, and I'm glad that people like Tom are out there trying to call people out on a larger platform than I have and saying, look, man, our job is to get along. Our job is to be united. That's what makes the nation great, is that we all can be. We're all supposed to be able to be. They're the ones not listening. So we got the wrong targets here. And that's, again, you're missing the target. During a protest, and I've said this before, if I come home from a deployment and you can't protest in the streets, I have failed at my job. So I don't care. Go ahead. Let her rip, tater chip. But the minute you start destroying, the minute you start hurting, the minute you start assaulting, I'm done with you. Excuse me. I'm absolutely done. And to wrap up, you missed. How many times have you seen a protest where someone is screaming at a cop's face about a law? How many times have you seen a protest where a protester is screaming at a cop or a guard's face or a soldier's face about a war? And meanwhile, the people that actually are the cause of your anger are nowhere to be found. Be smarter about your targets. And maybe we'll get united one of these days. I don't know. I could just be talking shit. So that was TomMacDonald with You Missed. It is a double shot, 2 for Tuesday. Thank you, Marvelous Artsy. Thank you, Rich. If you, like the two of them, have song suggestions for me, get over to the Discord server. Left-hand side, YouTube reaction requests. Drop a link, a brief description. I will get to it when I can. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Hit that notification button. Smash the like button. But most importantly, when you're done watching the video, if not anything else, throw me some horns down in the comment section or the hashtag HogLife, whichever it is you want to do. Throw me something simple down in the comment section. Then YouTube will see that engagement and put me in their algorithm and help promote the channel. And then maybe I can get to 30,000 subscribers. But I need your help. So I need you down in that comment section throwing me some horns at the very least. Don't forget, we live stream Wednesdays and Saturdays. But if you were a member of the Discord server, you would know that already. You can also follow on any and all the social media. I have linked down in the bio in the description below, along with ways to support the channel from Patreon to PayPal. Again, thank you very much for taking time out of your busy day to hang out with us on the east side of Music City, USA. Make sure you're looking out for each other. Make sure you're looking out for your neighbor. Try to do at least one good thing a day. I am Eric Clark, and this is The Wild Side.